This conference will now be recorded.
Right here you have an option called Scrum, because whenever we do use this Jira, usually whenever we are going to develop any kind of project, there will be three options you can see here. So one is about Kanban board, because are we using Kanban? Point number one. Second, are we going for Scrum? And the third one, like, is it for bug tracking? Because normally Jira is a software which is not only used for what we called hmm, not only used for project management and all, but also even for bug tracking and all, everything this is being used.
Okay.
So we can see three different options here. At the same time, if you can see on the left hand side, wherein I can show you, Jira is a software which is not only used for software development. Even this can be used even for a person who is from non-IT as well. Means even a marketing persons, human resource persons, finance persons, right? So all our operations people, all these people can be used this Jira software, because agile environment or agile process is not something confined only for IT project development. Even this can be used even in non-IT as well. Hence, this is what generally we are using here. Now I'm just selecting for software development, because whatever the training are we conducting is something relating to software development. Hence I'm clicking on software development. Here I'm clicking about Scrum. Okay, Scrum. Now,
Raj, can we select three options together, or we have to select
no, you
only one?
have to select one. You have to select one, and you need to work on one,
Okay. So,
because you
for
have to select
example,
any
I
one.
want Kanban also and Scrum also. So it is not possible to select
No,
two, right?
normally if you want to do that, Jira admin will do it. Normally Jira administrative people do that, because
Okay.
that is where we call it as Scrum bag, right? Because let me text here. 1 minute. That is where we call it as Scrum bar, right? So this requires configuration. This requires configuration, which will be done by the Jira admins. Clear? Are you clear or not?
Yes.
Right? Because Jira administrator is a role which will be a separate. What generally these Jira admin people do is, Jira admin people will be responsible to administrate the activities. For example, we are working for two different projects. Whenever we are working for two different projects, this Jira administrator is the person who will configure two projects simultaneously, because the same team working for multiple projects. At the same time, sometimes we want to use different frameworks, like for example Scrum and Kanban combination sometimes we work for. So Jira administrator and all, everybody will use it. And other thing is that, for example, you want to configure Confluence, or you want to configure Jenkins, something like DevOps and all that, that also will be taken care of by the Jira administrator. Is it clear to you?
Clear.
Okay. Now I am selecting here as a Scrum, which is a template, right? It is asking me to have a template for this Scrum and all, where you can see we can create different epics, we can create stories, we can create bugs, all that. So here you have an option called use template. Okay, it is asking us that we are using Scrum, but whenever you are selecting the project type, normally these project types will be of two different types. One is team managed and second is company managed. Team managed means it requires simple configuration, because you don't require any kind of complex configuration for you to develop it. Whatever the configuration you require and all, team managed configuration, that itself would be sufficient for you to do this. But whereas when it comes to company managed, expert configuration is required, because Jira administrators will look after that. So whatever I told you, right? For example, if you are comparing with, if you want to combine this Scrum and Kanban, if you want to do it, right? If you want to mix all that. So these mixing and all everything will be done by the Jira admins and all that. So wherein it's all something relating to company managed, because in companies normally whenever people are using Jira, these company managed ones are being used in regular intervals because they are the ones who will be looking after all these management things and all everything will be looking after by them. Yes, we are not going for a company managed one, we are selecting something relating to team managed. So here you have an option called select a team managed project. Now it is asking us to develop some project, right? So from project involved, right? Now I'm just selecting POS as a project. Now we are creating a project here. I'm not connecting to any repositories. This is how generally the Jira software in reference to the Scrum looks like. Whatever the earlier last week we have seen about the Kanban board, right? So Kanban related stuff. But this is the project where we have created relating to Scrum framework, right? So I'm going to explain you the options first, then I'll go to the next level. So whatever the works we do and whatever the works being performed by us and all everything can be seen under this your work. And whatever the list of projects, as I stated earlier, there are different projects we have, right? One project might be in Kanban, one project might be in Scrum, maybe multiple projects are in the Scrum, right? So we never know, right? Because project, for example, managing one single individual as Scrum Master is managing multiple projects. So this normally this configuration of Jira board and all everything will be done by the manager itself, Scrum Master itself. So whenever the Scrum Master is managing all this, whenever the Scrum Master has created this, Scrum Master normally try to work on these projects and all everything simultaneously. Means he wants to, he is the one, he is working for multiple projects on the same time. So there is a possibility, right? So if there is an option, means there is a possibility they'll do it. Otherwise, there is nothing required as such, right? This is what generally project stands for. Now here you can see all the projects, what are the projects and all everything you see. And if you want to create a project, you can always have an option to create a project here. Or else you can have an option to create a project here also. Now this is all relating to the filters part, that is not something required at this point in time, but creation of dashboard is something required. Because for any project there is a dashboard which is needed. Because whatever the amount of work we are doing for the project, what we have completed so far, what is that we are upgrading to the next level. If you'd like to know about all this, you need to create a dashboard, which is something essential and important for any project to perform. Means if you want to create a project, make sure you have to create a dashboard for the project. Whatever the updations we do and all everything will be updated under this dashboard from time to time. Means the kind of changes what we have made, the kind of updations we have made in this, or the kind of what we call the kind of timelines we have given, the kind of tasks we have assigned, to whom we have assigned, right? Whatever the updations we have given, means whatever the receivables we have received from the people, whatever is completed, right? Whatever the guidelines are we going to provide to the team, everything can be seen using this dashboard, all that. At the same time, you have an option there where you can add some people, right? For example, I'm a Scrum Master, right? I'm creating this Jira board. So whenever I'm creating this Jira board, what I can do, so I'm adding different people, right? My team members and all everything I'm adding. Why? Because I would like to know what is that is going on here, right? So what is that it's going on here, and what to do and how to do is what generally I would like to know. So for that, I have to invite my teammates and all everything, and I have to add my people into that. So adding people and all by inviting them and all everything is also have an option here. So these are the major things which are something relating to Jira. But last but not least, there is an option called apps. Means if you want to see any kind of apps which is required. For example, itself has given, because whenever we have created a board, if you can see here, it has recommended, right? It has recommended on its own that Microsoft Teams and as well as Power BI Analytics can also be used. That is what it is asking us. Why? Because Microsoft Teams is the one which is being used extensively for meetings, because normally in agile environment there will be lot of meetings will be conducted, right? Regular meetings will be conducted across people. So we'd like to know about this, and I would like to know about and update about the meetings, whatever the meetings are we conducted, how are we conducted, in what way. To know about all this, there is an option called Microsoft Teams, which can be used by us in extensively, right? So Microsoft Teams and all everything is being used for that reason. This is also being used for that reason. At the same time, Power BI and all everything for data visualization, but completely depends on the requirements of the project, what it is requires. Some sort of Power BI normally for data visualization means if you want to visualize any kind of data and all that. So Power BI is the one which is being used for that. So this Power BI, Microsoft Teams and all everything are being used for that purpose here in this apps and all that. Now here you can see on the left hand side, we have created a POS project where there are different things you have, right? So you have roadmap, you have backlog, boards, code, right? Project pages, all that. Now what is roadmap here? Roadmap nothing but whenever you are going to develop a project, what is the first thing you are going to do? Last time
We
I have
have
told
to
you,
find.
when you are to develop a project in agile, what is the first thing you have to do? Once you have created vision and goal of the product, what is the next thing you are going to do?
Epic.
You have to create epics. Why epics are required? Why epics are needed? What is the reason behind creating epics?
No idea, sir.
See, epics you are creating, it's a kind of feature, right? Epic nothing but it's a feature.
Okay.
It's the kind of feature you are creating to make people to understand, right? What is that you are going to do, how you are going to do, right? In what way you are doing it, right? So what are the different features we have? For example, you are developing a point of sale system project. For a point of sale system project, there are different features. So those features will be created in a format called epic in real environment, right? This is what generally epic is being used,
Okay.
right? So this is what it is. Now backlog means what are the user stories are we writing? Everything will be posted in the backlog. So what I'm going to do is I'm taking a point of sale system project which I have already taken. Now let's create epics and I'll show you how to create all that, right? As I told you, I'm taking a project and I'll explain you. So I'm taking point of sale system as a project. So and I'm explaining this to you. Okay, now I'm creating epics. Epic nothing but features. Now tell me what are the different features are available on POS. Let us search out, right? Features of point of sale system. Okay, features of point of sale system, right? So whatever the features we have seen, these features will make a list of it. What are the features? There were 6 key features. Is it or not?
Yes.
Basant, right? Following, right? So 6
Yes.
features are there. The first feature of point of sale system is invoice selling, buying, renting, and repairing. First feature. Now, invoice selling and buying, etc. Right? Right. So this is one feature. Now, what is the second feature? Inventory
Inventory
management.
management.
Inventory management is another feature. So remember again I'm repeating, if you want to develop any kind of project, it's not only about the kind of goal and vision of the product you are creating. Apart from that, what else you have to do is you have to create epics for any of the project. We have to create epics for
Epics.
any of the project. Epic nothing but user story. Again, in every epic, there will be multiple user stories which are available inside. Now, I have created one invoice is one feature you have. Second is inventory management system. Inventory management is the second feature. Now, customer orders and supply order management. Customer and supply order management. Customer and supply order management. Next, integrated supplier purchasing. Next, consistent and customizable reports. Next, multi-store management.
Multi-store.
Multi-store management, right? So these are the epics which I have created initially. So how many epics all put together?
6.
There are 6 epics I have created, right or not? Understood?
Yes.
Are you clear or not?
Yes, clear.
Following? Okay, now as I told you, epic nothing but feature. What is the feature? Invoice, selling, buying, and all everything are the feature. Now every feature, remember, every feature must be, I'll write down in the chat box. Every feature will have different functional and non-functional requirements. Every feature will have different functional and non-functional requirements. I already explained last time, right? What is functional and what is non-functional. I hope you understand. So because each and for example, if you want to use invoice for selling and buying, what is that you require? If you want to do invoice selling and buying, what is that you require? You need to have some features where you need to have some functional and non-functional requirements for sure. Without having those functional and non-functional requirements, you cannot do this, isn't it all? Right? So this is what
Yes.
generally EPIC stands for. Now in this EPIC, the first EPIC is invoice selling and buying. Now we have to write down the user stories and all everything in this particular feature. Now let us search what are the different functionalities under invoice selling and buying. Okay, let me copy this. Let's see what all is available on Google. Functionalities. If anything we found, okay. Otherwise, we'll write down on our own. Okay. These are the features, functional and non-functional requirements. Let me write down the functionalities. Hmm. I think outstanding inventory, order supplies. Okay, so integrated supplies. Okay, fine. Right now, what is the first feature? Invoice sell, buy, rent and repair, isn't it? Right or not?
Yes.
Right or not? Basant, you're following?
No, I am not getting right now.
Now, this is the feature, right? This is Epic. Which Epic is
Yes.
this? Invoicing is an
Invoicing,
Epic,
sales, buy, rent, repair.
right? Now, if you want to use this invoice as a feature, there are some functional requirements you want to develop. Am I right or not? Right? Functional
Yes.
requirements. These functional requirements, nothing but these are sales, orders, repairs, rentals, consignments, supplier, inventory transfers, all that. These we call
Okay.
it as functional requirements, isn't it? Right or not? Right?
Type of
Now,
invoicing.
for that invoice, I'm talking about only for invoice. Right?
Okay.
Now, POS can record a sample sale and deducts quantity sold from the inventory. Right. POS can record a sample sale. Now, we have to write down a user story for sales, right? This is the one functionality, right or not? So
Okay.
under the first epic, I am writing down a user story. How to write user story? Last time I told you how to write as a system user. I want to have an option about sales report so that I can see this in invoice, right? Understood, clear.
Okay.
Basant, right? This is one user story I have written. Again, I'm repeating. There is an epic we have created. Each and every epic again we having other user stories. So one user story I have created, which is something relating to sales. Now the second one relating to orders, isn't it? Allow you to record orders, take in stores, in other word products, allowing orders, right? Now I'm writing down other user story as a system user. I need to have an option to see the list of orders so that I can pursue accordingly, right? Because whenever we see orders, then only, because list of orders must be available, then only we can pursue, right? Whether orders are coming or not, everything we can see, right? Whether we can pursue accordingly. There is another user story I have written for invoice. Third one, what is the third? Repairs. Point of sale
Repair.
system software like allows you to close monitor your customer items in shop, into items such as watches and jewelry, right? Repairing things and all, right? As a user, I need to have an option to, uh, see the problem so that I can make an arrangement of repair. Understood? Clear?
Yes.
Right? That's it. Right? Now, what is the other functionality? Rentals. Point of sale system such as it allows you to keep track of the products so that you will be able to follow rental items, tweaks, hikes, this in your store. Why is not useful? The powerful feature to increase your revenue. Software such as product have been rented in your shop. Rental items such as kits, right? So you need to have an option for rentals, right? Ordering for rentals, right? Because we are giving for rentals also. As a user, I need to see the list of products which are available for rented, so that I can get whenever I want. Understand? Clear, Basant?
Okay.
Following?
Yes.
Now, consignment, such as allows you to consign your customer product, share the revenue. Consignment can provide additional revenue for the business, right? Consignment, right? You need to have an option for consignment. As a user, I want to see the consignment status so that I can update in my records, right?
Yes.
I can update in my records. Next, suppliers and purchases. Allow you to manage supplier purchases. Okay, right. So as a user, I need to see the list of suppliers and purchasers for the benefit of future needs, right? Next, inventory transfers. POS allow you to transfer inventory between stores, right? For example, there are multiple stores, right? There are some products which are shortage in one store. So what is that we want? We can transfer few from one to another. Agree or not?
Agree.
Right? So that is what. So we can do transfer from one to another. So as a user, as an admin, it's not user, admin, because admin have a right, right? Admin have a right to transfer, not the user.
Yes.
So as an admin, I need to have an option to transfer the required inventory, transfer the required inventory to the stores wherever the shortage wherever the shortage having, right?
Awkward.
Shortage, right? So shortage. So these are the user stories which we have written for a feature called invoice,
Invoicing.
right? For this is only for invoice. Now remember again, it's not only on Jira. Normally this can be written even on the Word document also. In real environment, we use Word file also, because first of all, we'll maintain a Word document. We'll write down all the user stories for the benefit of better understanding. At the same time, simultaneously, some people will write down all the whatever they have written on the document and all that they can upload in Jira. Okay, but directly we are doing on Jira. Why should we do two different things? But normally, because there are a lot of functionalities and features, right? Some people
Yes.
will prepare a Word document, then they will do it here. Or else, if you have a clarity on the user stories as well as the features and all that, we can use it directly here. Now, the second one about inventory management system, right? Inventory man. Now you are writing functionalities and all everything for inventory management system, right? So whenever you are going to write functionalities for inventory management system, Functions in inventory management system, right? Now, yeah, so these are the main functionalities. Okay, I'm just confining only to these now. Okay, first, specification of goods, their ID numbers and types. One minute. Here, I need, as a user, I want to have a template where I can uh, where I can uh, of goods, yeah, where I can specification of goods, ID numbers and types. Where I can add ID numbers, types and specifications. Specifications and types. Okay, this is one user story. Second user story, keep information of goods serial numbers. As a user, means who is using it, right? Inventory need to have a separate serial number for each goods so that I can trace out easily, right? The third one, barcode implementation and control. As a user, I need to update barcodes so that I can control and trace products accordingly. Next, other user story. ABC goods prioritizing. As a user, I need to have an option to prioritize my products which are in the catalog, right? Which are in the catalog. Next, we manage inventory list. Okay, let's confine it, right? So these are the functionalities we have written for in inventory management system. Clear, Basant? Following, right?
Yes, Raj.
Right. So these are the two epics. Now the third epic, customer supply and order management. Functions in order management. Aligning flows, integrating functions, coordinating process. Okay. Aligning flows. As a user, I want to have an option to align the products so that I can see wherever I want. Right? Next, integrating functions as a user, as a admin, right? Because administrator will do. Admins as a admin, I need to integrate multiple functions to have a better performance. To have a better
Performance.
right? Next,
Coordinating processes.
coordinating processes. As an admin, I need to have a control, right? To coordinate control so that I can coordinate the processes. Right? Coordinate the processes. Next, designing complex systems and managing resources. As a architect, because architect will design, right?
Yes.
As an architect, I need to have I need to have an facility to design complex systems so that I can restrain these from security threats. Understood? Clear? Right? Next, managing resources. As an admin, I need to have an option to manage resources in a systematic manner. So these are the epics. These are the user stories for different epics we have created. So far, out of 6, we have created 3 epics. The first epic for invoice selling and buying and all that. Second epic we have created for inventory management. Third epic we have created for customer supply order management. 4 we have created for 4 we want to create for integrated supply purchasing, consistent and customizable things, and multi-store management. So these 3 we do it in tomorrow session. Clear, Basant? Now, right? So first what we are doing is we want to create a roadmap. So if you want to create a roadmap, what is that you require? You need to create epics first. Each and every epic must be accompanied with some user stories. You are clear or not? Are you clear or not?
Yes, yes, Raj, I'm clear, right?
Right. So we discuss about the remaining three epics followed by those user stories and all in tomorrow's session. Clear?
Clear.
Okay. Thank you. Have a nice day.
Okay. Thank you. Have a good day.
Right.